When we say Gen Z, what usually comes to our mind? We often think they won't fall in love. They won't get married. Even if they get married, they won't have children. But do you know what the major problem right now is? It's something called love addiction. When we hear the word addiction, what do we usually think about? We know mobile addiction. We know pan addiction. We know drug addiction. We know alcohol addiction. We even know shopping addiction. Among all these addictions, there is something called love addiction too. Now, when we say love addiction, does it mean being addicted to love itself? Not exactly. Here, it means something shocking. We start losing our behavior, we start losing our self-esteem, we slowly lose ourselves completely. So in this love addiction, it could be you, or your partner, your friend, your son or daughter, your brother or sister, anyone close to you. If you identify this immediately and help them understand that this is love addiction, they can easily come out of it. But if not, they may get trapped deeply. This post is meant to create awareness and encourage caution. Before we talk in detail about love addiction, just take a moment to observe the different incidents happening around the world. Even in America, according to 2011 statistics, around 10% of the murder cases were said to be connected to love addiction. In India too, if we look at many murder cases and major incidents, there is information suggesting that love addiction is one of the main reasons behind many of them. But we often take love addiction lightly. We casually say, "I'm addicted to your love." That may sound fine in movies. But in reality, love addiction does not turn us into a hero. It turns us into a villain. That is the harsh truth. Only someone who deeply understands this issue can truly come out of it. And if you are in a toxic relationship because of this, you can still escape from it. Love addiction is not known by just one name. It is also called affective dependence, affective addiction, emotional dependence, obsessive love disorder, relationship addiction. There is another similar term often used, limerence. So love addiction and limerence are essentially the same. Now, we are going to look at each aspect one by one. If you feel that you, your friend, or your partner may be experiencing any of these signs, please share this video with them. If there is even one small issue related to this, we can at least try to correct it. That is the purpose of this video. First, let's see who are the people most likely to be affected by love addiction. People who constantly listen to love songs, read a lot of romantic novels, watch romantic movies, and always stay in a very sensitive emotional state. If, during such a phase, someone falls in love with them, or when they are going through a very difficult time in life and someone shows them affection and care, at any one of these stages, if love enters your life, and if that love turns into a toxic love or a one-sided love, there is a possibility that you may fall into love addiction, or your relationship itself may become love addiction. Now you may ask, is this really such a big problem? Any addiction is a problem. If someone becomes addicted to alcohol, that is a problem. Doctors may say that having an occasional drink once in a while is not necessarily an issue. Similarly, using social media is not a problem. But if someone is completely immersed in social media all the time, we call it addiction. In the same way, love addiction is also something that must be viewed as a serious issue. But because people don't openly talk about it, it is often simply dismissed as just love. So what is the difference between love and love addiction? In love, there is balance. They should be happy. I should be happy. If we are together, we both will be happy. That is a balanced relationship. Even if they leave us, or we leave them, there will be understanding. Circumstances like lifestyle, financial situation, family conditions, all these factors together influence such decisions. But in love addiction, none of this balance exists. It becomes blind. It pushes us toward an extreme point that we feel compelled to experience. The first major sign is what we call intense or obsessive thoughts. You may have heard the word obsession. This is exactly that, obsessive thoughts. No matter what work you are doing, that one person's thoughts keep running in your mind continuously. Whatever you do, whether you are studying, eating, riding a bike, or even watching TV, even if you try to avoid thinking about them, again and again and again, That thought keeps coming back into your mind. If this continues even after a breakup, it means you may be experiencing love addiction. You might be in an office meeting, or traveling somewhere, but during that time, you keep picking up your phone repeatedly to check. Did they send a message? Did they call? Did they change their profile picture? What is their status update? If you constantly feel the urge to check these things, that is another clear sign. Because of this, you are not just wasting your time, you are also damaging your mental health and physical well-being. When we say love, it is difficult to clearly define it. But when we say love addiction, we can explain it. In healthy love, there is understanding. If we truly know the person well, we will think, they will message me now. Or, they may message me after 2 hours. They might be busy. They may have an office meeting. This kind of understanding exists in love. But in love addiction, this understanding does not exist. Instead, the thoughts become extreme. They must message me. Why didn't they message me? For what reason didn't they message me? If you keep thinking like this repeatedly, that is called love addiction. Clinginess. The next sign is clinginess. I'm afraid to be alone. I always need to be with them. They must always be with me. If you are alone, you start thinking, what if they cheat on me? What if they are happy with someone else? What if something is more important to them than me? These thoughts make you want to hold onto them tightly. This extreme attachment is a part of love addiction. It also creates a constant need for reassurance. You expect them to say, I will never leave you. I'm always thinking about you. I just thought of calling you. You keep expecting reassurance from them. Or you might be the one constantly asking, why didn't you call me when you got off the bus? Why didn't you message me when you reached home? Are you avoiding me? This is where the real problem begins. If there is mutual understanding, I may not be able to talk immediately after reaching home. I may be busy in college. I may not be able to speak during office hours. And both accept it, that is love. But even after explaining this clearly, if fights and arguments continue repeatedly, then you are stuck in a loop called love addiction. Emotional highs and lows. Another very important sign is emotional highs and lows. Depending on the relationship, you experience extreme happiness, euphoria, or extreme sadness. If they talk to you even for 1 minute in a day, you become extremely happy. But if they speak slightly differently or ignore you briefly, you become extremely sad. In reality, there is no need to feel extreme happiness or extreme sadness. But when both extremes happen frequently, that is love addiction. Extreme happiness may not immediately harm you. You may even feel highly energetic and productive. But the danger is this. Extreme happiness can quickly turn into extreme sadness. Maybe because of a small fight. When you become extremely sad, you lose concentration in studies. Your business suffers. You may miss promotions at work. It can lead to depression. Depression can lead to anxiety. Research even suggests that one addiction can push a person toward other addictions, like alcohol consumption. The brain and dopamine. The main reason behind this is our brain. In love addiction, a key role is played by dopamine, the so-called happy hormone. Dopamine makes you feel, this feels good, I want this again, I need this again, again and again. This creates a loop inside love addiction. Even if you suddenly realize, this is love addiction, I need to come out of it, and you leave. Since you dislike loneliness, you may fall into another toxic relationship again. Unhealthy relationship patterns. This is called unhealthy relationship patterns. Even after being hurt once, instead of learning, you quickly enter another unhealthy relationship. You may have seen people who, right after a breakup, immediately start another relationship. They cannot stay without loving someone. And if one love fails, they immediately move to the next. Over time, this becomes a pattern. It not only creates an unhealthy lifestyle, but also builds intense anger and frustration. This anger and frustration are behind many violent incidents we see in society. Because we don't openly discuss love addiction, people fail to understand the risks. Without awareness, they enter the next stage of life carrying deep sorrow and heavy consequences. Loss of self-esteem. Another major impact is on self-esteem. In love addiction, you definitely lose your self-respect. You wait for them to call you, but they don't call. So you call them and say, "Why didn't you call me?" "Sorry." You keep apologizing repeatedly. Why? Because you are afraid they will leave you. You think they may find someone better than you. Slowly, you begin to question yourself. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not attractive enough. Maybe my love is not enough. You keep putting yourself down. At one stage, you convince yourself that they are the best I can get. No one else will take care of me like this. Even if you deserve a beautiful life like a king or queen, because of love addiction, because of frustration, because you cannot handle loneliness, you normalize unhealthy behavior and slowly destroy your own life. At this point, you must ask yourself, are you truly in love? Or are you in love addiction? Are the people on the other side truly understanding you? Are they spending time with you? Or are they intentionally avoiding you? Even if they avoid you, do you still go back to them again and again? When you honestly think about these questions, you will understand whether you are stuck inside that loop or not. Is dopamine the only reason? Is dopamine the only neurological reason behind this? No, it's not just the brain. Another major reason is childhood trauma. Some people, during childhood, may have been ignored, rejected, or emotionally pushed away. They may not have received enough love and affection. If you observe closely, many people who get trapped in this love cycle may have grown up in hostels, or without strong emotional bonding from parents or siblings. When such a person receives even a small amount of love, it feels like someone standing in the dark suddenly receiving a bright flashlight. Naturally, they get attracted. But they may not realize that the love they are receiving could be unhealthy. Not everyone misuses this. For some, it may turn into healthy love. But many people exploit such emotional vulnerability. For example, someone who is less educated may try to manipulate a well-educated girl by identifying her emotional weakness and converting it into love. They may speak very comfortingly. Once they get what they want, whether it is physical intimacy, money, jewelry, attention, or even just time, they may leave. Some people may even pretend to love just for shopping benefits or temporary companionship. This can completely damage the emotional state and life of the other person. How it changes your mindset once hurt, you may start thinking, my love itself was wrong. Whatever I get in life, I should just accept it. This mindset lowers your standards. Love addiction is not just something you do. It is something that makes you behave in certain ways. All the things I mentioned earlier, losing self-esteem, constantly seeking them, over-apologizing, being afraid they will leave, all these become your weak points. And when you keep sacrificing again and again, it becomes an advantage for the other person. Many people take advantage of pure-hearted individuals who love genuinely. Remember your value. You can choose to love or not love. That is not the issue. But you have value. Your love has value. Check whether the other person, whether male or female, respects that value. Are they creating space in their life for you? Are they honest about their situation? Are they telling the truth? If you analyze these clearly, then you can choose them as your life partner. Otherwise, ask yourself honestly, are you in love? Or are you in love addiction? If you listen to this message more than once, you will gain clarity. Side effects of love addiction. If you ask about the side effects, they can include anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, sleep disturbances, codependency, eating disorders, borderline personality traits. You may also start neglecting other important areas of life. Because of fear of losing them, you may lose true friends, genuine family relationships, parents, siblings. Only later in life you may regret and realize that you were trapped in love addiction. Is there a solution? Yes. Therapy is available. But more important than therapy is awareness. There is also couple therapy, though it is rare for both partners to accept it. Another important step is get comfortable being alone. Being alone does not mean rejecting love. It means understanding that your partner may be busy somewhere, and you're okay being by yourself. You should build confidence in the love itself, and start enjoying your own company. If loneliness becomes unbearable, it can turn into love addiction. Healthy boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. How far is too far? At what point should you stop sacrificing? Whether it is self-respect or losing other relationships, draw a boundary in your mind. After that, you can consciously work on coming out of love addiction. Communication, the final key. Talk to someone you trust. Close friends, well-wishers, parents, relatives. Discussing it openly can give you powerful clarity and better ideas. Because sometimes, when we are inside love addiction, we cannot see the truth clearly. By now, you will understand whether you are in love addiction or not. If you are deeply affected by love addiction, just as there are people who may help you, there are also many who may try to take advantage of you. That's why I said earlier, it becomes a loop. If someone comes out of love addiction, there may still be others who think, we can trap this person again through love. So make an effort not to get stuck in this cycle. You may have heard many tragic stories of people whose lives were damaged because they were trapped in this loop. Be careful. Love addiction is real. We have discussed its causes. We have discussed how to recover from it. We have also talked about recognizing the right moment to step out of it. Many people are in love. With Valentine's Day and similar occasions, you can share this video with those who need it. Our children must watch this. Parents, confidently share this video with them, friends, companions, couples, or anyone who may be in love addiction. Please watch this. There is no doubt that it will bring clarity and understanding within you. If you feel you are stuck in love addiction, remember, you are not weak. You are not broken. You just need awareness and the courage to choose yourself. Love is beautiful. But love should never cost you your self-respect, your peace, or your identity. If this video helped you understand the difference between love and love addiction, share it with someone who truly needs to hear this today. Because awareness can save a life. And clarity can protect a heart. Stay strong. Stay self-aware. And most importantly, value yourself. If you found this video useful, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you in love, or are you in love addiction? Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos on mental health and relationships. See you in the next video.